Hey, you guys. It's your favorite little keto goofball Diamond, and today is 5 years and 68 days of my ketogenic journey. Yeah, I had to look. And we're going to talk about what I ate yesterday, why my weight fluctuated up just a hair, and a lot more. Y'all know how I am. Going to show you the supplements that I'm currently taking. They change once in a while, so thought y'all might be curious about that. Do a little grounding and just kind of get into life and how my day at work went on a Tuesday that I'm supposed to be off. Anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, and comment below. If you have keto questions, I'm glad to answer them. So are everybody else in the comment section. So drop your comment below. We'll be glad to help you out with it. Just about everybody here has been doing keto for quite a long time and are quite bright about it. And if you have a question you'd rather ask in private, my email address is in the description section. So it's time to rant, rave, and misbehave Keto Diamond style. What are you doing? Oh, you won't hit me there.
You're in luck,
Be gentle.
Today we are showing policing skills that can help you find lost things, just like
Beautiful.
Thank you, Sergeant
Me too. Alright, you guys, it's Monday. It's 2:39 p.m. I have been drinking coffee and eating ham and cheese roll-ups, but that was several hours ago anyway. But 0.8 is pretty high on my Keto Mojo. That's like the highest I've seen. I don't have any more glucose strips, so I can't check that. I need to break down and buy some one of these days, but right now is not going to be the time. Oh, sorry. Don't want to show y'all blood. Know how some of y'all get. Anyway, 0.8 is great for me, and I'm happy about it. So I thought I would kind of give an update on some of the things I'm taking because it's been a little while. All right, so potassium, magnesium, and vitamin D3, K2. I take this every night before bed. I used to take it in the morning because I thought, D3 is a wake-up kind of thing, energy kind of thing. Turns out it kind of works best if you take it at night, and it helps kind of like build up the D3 and make you more energetic in the morning, and it helps you sleep. So that's a pretty awesome thing. And I only take the itty-bitty portion of the bottom of the dropper. It's like 7 droplets, not a dropper. This is on my YouTube website. If you want to get you some, it's KetoDiamond.com. You can go over there and just click on the link on the products page. This I use every night. Alright, so potassium and magnesium. Now, I don't feel that everybody needs these all the time, but since I've been kind of fluctuating in a state of ketosis, I work in a very physical job. I sweat. I take these pretty regularly. I take 2 magnesium, 3 potassium. I normally take them at night because, again, magnesium is another thing that helps you rest. Now, I made the mistake of taking them the other morning because my heart rate got kind of high, and I was like, ooh, maybe that's a blood pressure issue. I'm not really sure. And these 2 things are good for blood pressure as well, but it's also, of course, your electrolytes. So, and when you're doing keto, especially early on in keto, definitely need a little supplementation because it kind of helps. I mean, you don't actually have to have a supplementation. It's just hard to get it from your foods with the magnesium. Potassium, not so much. But the magnesium is. And but I made the mistake of taking them in the morning the other morning. Now, while it's not really a mistake, magnesium can help you poop. And that, that turned out to be an issue at work, and I had to run to the bathroom. So, yeah. Now that's generally my nighttime supplements. I've just started taking this on September 22nd. It's a 3-month supply. I don't know if it's going to help with my blood pressure or anything yet. Now, I will say that the reviews on this product on Amazon were absolutely great. And you can look it up. This is the name brand and what it's called. Now, like I said, the reviews are great. I can't actually tell anything. But then again, I've been doing keto for a while. I don't hurt that much most of the time, and I feel pretty good most of the time. But I wanted to try for my blood pressure, grapes and all. And plus, it's actually supposed to be great for aging. This is supposed to like stop slow aging anyway. So who knows? And again, it's a 3-month supply. I've been taking it since September 22nd, and it is October 3rd. Again, it's a 3-month supply. Maybe it's something that takes a little while for you to really notice any effects. I don't know. We'll find out. B12, because I also have a B12 deficiency. I had anyway, at least they haven't checked it in a while, something called pernicious anemia. I can't absorb B12 properly. So even if I can get it in my foods, my body's not going to keep it. It's not going to absorb it, and it's not going to do right with it. So I've got these that it's something you can stick under your tongue, but it takes way too long to dissolve. So I'll bite into it and then put it under my tongue so it dissolves faster. And then there's something new. All right, so something new, cayenne pepper. I have been told it's really good for quite a few things, and I decided to try it. Now, a while ago, I put a 1/4 teaspoon in a shot glass of water, scarfed it down. It's a little bit tingly, a little bit warm, but it doesn't bother me that much. There's a lot that says it can, really stop heart attacks and other things like that if you just put it under your tongue, because it can also go straight into the blood as a sublingual, which is underneath the tongue. I also wet the tip of a couple Q-tips, sprinkle just a little bit on there, and put it in my nose because it's supposed to help with sinus congestion, and taking it internally, like in the water, also helps with sinus congestion. I thought, hell, let's give it a shot. And it didn't bother me either way. It did kind of like, I don't want to say burn. It didn't really burn. It just kind of tingled in my nose for a little while. And my nose did indeed run and was easier to blow. So I guess it's easier. I guess it works. We'll see. I just thought I'd give it a shot. And so far, I'm not unhappy with it. Beautiful, beautiful fall sun. My neighbors are outside, so they're kind of loud today, but that's all right. You see all the leaves that have fallen. It's beautiful out here. Very beautiful. But anyway, I thought I'd get a little bit of grounding and enjoy some grass, because over the weekend, obviously, I wasn't able to. Hurricane and all. Now, most of it passed us right on by. Still a little bit breezy out here, but we had some significant rainfall, nothing crazy. Nothing flooded here, well, in our area anyway. I think it turned and went a different way. But either way, before it got to us, really good. It fizzled out, and which it was always going to, because we're in the middle of the state, It'd take a super strong storm to really get us, but nope. Can't walk straight. Can't walk a straight line. That's all right. This grass feels so good. All right, so I'm going to try to be a little bit quiet. Hubby's asleep. He won't be shouting I love you tonight, I'm sure, but he has to work early in the morning. As far as I know, I do not. I asked him if they, needed any help tomorrow, and he said he'd tell me, and he never told me. And he's got my text, so if he does need help, he can text me. Hopefully not now, because it's getting kind of late, but if somebody calls out tomorrow or something, he can text me. It's just, I volunteered for it. And it wasn't bad. I mean, seriously, at noon, somebody goes, oh, we got 4 more hours left. And I'm like, it's only noon and we got 4.5 more hours left? Wow. Because weekend shift at noon, you got 7.5 more hours left. So that's, a bit of a different thing. But also today, while I was doing something I'm used to, because they decided just to put me where they know I can do it. And they were training other people to do other stuff anyway. I was bored out of my mind for the most part. It's a different crew. So like our crew, I know all the people. I can talk smack over the intercom. I get on there and I just like cut up and act a fool, and I give Nick and Lil Brian and Jack and Greg, I give everybody help. And I know all them, so I can get on that intercom and just kind of make the 12 hours lively, and just talk smack. And most of the time I'll say, hey, Wookie. He said, I'm not in the mood for you today, Gremlin. That's okay. We have a good time. And today, their PC is different than our PC. Obviously, everybody has their different personality traits. And this fella, I was like, I don't like their bearded wonder. He doesn't have a beard and he doesn't fix things. There's nothing wrong with him. He's a perfectly nice fella. It's just, he's different than ours. I'm used to ours. And I'm like, where's Craig? He's not here. I don't have nobody to aggravate. Nick's not here. Yeah, but it's a different crew, It's very little to do, very little to talk or know. So it's just like in a little space by yourself, kind of. So it was a little more boring, a lot more boring, but that's okay. You know, and me and hubby also had different breaks because he was on a different line today than I was. As far as I know, I'll have to work tomorrow, which is great because I got like this much sleep last night, so that might actually equate for some of my little flux. I'm going to tell you about it because you always think, I didn't do anything wrong, why did I go up? There's just about always a correlation or a causation you can find if you really, really think about what you ate, what's not familiar to your body. If you go up some, it's usually just, like I said, it's data. Your scale is data. It tells you what works and what doesn't. And sometimes what doesn't is just a lack of sleep. But sometimes you've also done something else and it's something you don't normally do, and you can say, okay, well, maybe it's that. Let's not eat that tomorrow and see what happens. Sorry. Now, I didn't record everything I ate yesterday. I should have. But a lot of times I'm making ham and cheese roll-ups and I'm really just not paying attention to what I'm eating. And when the kids will come in, they'll want something and I'll grab a ham and cheese roll-up. Which, for those of you who don't know, it's just a piece of ham with a piece of cheese on it. Sometimes I'll put mayonnaise and other stuff on it. Mayonnaise and lettuce, salt and pepper, that kind of thing. But it's a ham and cheese roll-up, you know, and sometimes it's just ham and cheese. So, she's drinking water. Okay, so there were a couple things, actually 3 things. I think if I included that clip, I did use that cayenne pepper, which could have some fluctuation issues. I really don't know. Probably find out tomorrow because I had that today. This morning on an empty stomach, taking a little shot glass with a quarter teaspoon of cayenne was a little bit warmer than taking it on a full stomach. It was like, oh, I might have made a boo-boo here. My stomach feels a little upset. But I ate a couple ham and cheese roll-ups before I walked out the door, and it settled my stomach right down, so it was fine. So that could be the cause. Cayenne was cayenne is something I don't normally have in that amount. Usually, you know, it might be sprinkled in a pan of food of some sort, but it's generally not a lot. Now, I have a very spicy palate. If you do not, you might want to be very gentle. But like I said, when I took it with food, my stomach didn't warm at all, so it's not a big deal. I'm trying to read something to you that I found a while ago. So, pull my computer up. But, and then we went to Burger King, and I did great. Double Whopper, took off the bun, left the ketchup off, but my damn husband was taking way too long to eat his french fries. Okay, it was just way too long. And I ended up, you know, I was saying, no, don't do it. Just don't touch them, leave them alone. And I was fine. And then there was like a little teeny tiny sliver of one left, and I grabbed that and I shoved it in my mouth, and I was, don't say anything. And then there was more, just a little bit more. I went into the Dollar General to get, what did I get? I had to go in for something, batteries for my scale yesterday. And I bought a bag, but I only ate 2 of them, of the Russell Stover's sugar-free chocolates, coconut candies. I ate 2. Of course, it made me poop. It's pretty much the only thing they're good for. They don't have a hell of a lot of taste either, but sweet cravings and all, you know, probably from eating the french fry. But yeah, so all of those things combined, sleep deprivation, 2 Russell Stover's candies, a slither of french fry, and cayenne pepper that I'm not used to. That's probably what caused my fluctuation, one or the other, maybe all combined. But I'm going to show you that now. Should I just do it? Yeah, let's, right here. Oops, I forgot I didn't record Monday because the scale was dead. It's fixed now. All right, Monday, double Whopper with cheese, taking the bun off, flipped it over so that all the stuff's on the inside, no ketchup, and I'm going to push that lower bun back too. Tuesday morning, 162.4. Da-da-da-da. Keto, October 4th, 2022. 5 years, 68 days. Yesterday, Monday, 161.6. Today, 162.4. So I am up 0.8. I'm not exactly upset with it because, again, I did some other stuff. And it's data. It tells me that one or more of those things are not something I should do. I'm going to continue to try the Cayenne. Like I said, I did use it this morning because it's actually supposed to be good for so many things. Thinning the blood, helping blood pressure, various things. Now I found this, and I'm blind, so y'all have to, hold on, let's see if I can blow it up so I don't have to lean in and get out of the camera frame. Yeah, there we go. It says cayenne pepper can keep blood vessels healthy and may help lower blood pressure. Researchers found that people who regularly ate chili peppers were 13% less likely to die than people who avoided spicy foods. Now, that's not entirely true, or we've just found immortality, 13% less likely to die. It doesn't say less likely to die as soon. It just says less likely to die. So that's not exactly true, but apparently less likely to die of blood pressure issues or blood issues. So cayenne pepper a little bit, yeah, sprinkle it on your food. You can put a pinch in coffee or something like that. Or you can do that one thing I've been doing, which is taking basically a shot glass of ice water, cold water, putting a quarter of a teaspoon of cayenne in there and just shooting it back. But again, I would recommend you doing it with food, because it was a little hotter on my stomach this morning and I was a little worried that I might get sick. I didn't ever actually feel sick. I just felt like that's something wrong with my stomach that might be a problem, you know. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, I look into cayenne pepper. Y'all see that I'm also doing grounding and stuff like that. So look into that. I would like to do a video on grounding one day, but I want to know more about it because there's a lot of research out there. And I don't want to tell you wrong things. So that's why I'm recommending you go and look up grounding for yourself. Look up the cayenne thing for yourself. You may or may not want to do any of these things. I don't know. I don't know your life, your story, your journey. But I wanted to try it and just see what it would do. My knee, I straightened it out. It's the back of my knee, man. And I'm trying to avoid all painkillers. I'm just trying to avoid all pharmaceuticals if I can, as much as I can. So, yeah, I'm not trying to take some ibuprofen. I'm not trying to take no Tylenol. I'm just trying to leave everything alone and let things heal and repair themselves. But that's achy. You can hear it, I'm sure, in my voice. But again, 0.8. You know, that's not really much. It's just enough for me to know that didn't work. Something did. It was probably realistically the 2 Russell Stovers or the French fry or the Lex. Who knows? It's one of those things. But realistically, should not have ate the French fry. Period. For those of you who are wondering about potatoes, and I know some people do wonder why can't you have potatoes? They're a vegetable. Because they're starch and they turn to sugar in your gut, just like bread does. Rice and all that stuff, it's just not good for your body. And like I said, most of the time, except for my knee, I feel about 16 years old. Physically, 16 to 20. You know, cartwheels, climb mountains, fine. Unless I've been at work, but that's a whole nother thing, and you guys know how working does. Sorry. But otherwise, it was a really good day. I came home for a little while, took my shoes off and grounded because we got home much earlier than usual. It was still daylight. So that was nice. I'm going to be off tomorrow, I think. So that'll be nice. And hubby will be at work. And it's not that I need time apart or anything because we're fine in that way. But sometimes it's nice to have a day, you know, and I don't even know why really, because he doesn't bother me. He stays in there. Most of the time I'm in here just washing dishes and doing my thing anyway, but for some reason it's a little bit different. It's just a little bit it's like freeing for a little while, so it's good, you know. It's good to have a different time sometimes, especially when you work together, you live together, you ride together, everything's together. So a little time apart is nice. Plus he likes it too because he listens to what he wants as loud as he wants in the car. I really don't stop him. I guess he just feels like he shouldn't do that, you know. But yeah, I don't really mind the music. I don't mind how loud he listens to it or anything like that. So it doesn't bother me. The only thing that bothers me in the car is when the front windows are up and somebody's got the back glass cracked. The sound vibrations in my eardrums just cannot handle that. So when the front glasses have to be, you know, down a little bit. Sorry, I don't know how I got on that. Anyway, it's just nice once in a while to have a day. to yourself. And I probably won't do anything at all. Well, actually, Miss Linda did send me that Dunkin' thing. I will probably go get the Dunkin' coffee in the morning. Might even take hubby something for lunch because he doesn't really have much time. Like today, I know that I made kind of a mistake. A keto-friendly mistake, but a mistake nonetheless, because I know that Taco Bell doesn't work for me. But during the week, they have 30-minute lunches instead of 45-minute lunches. I do not have time to sit in line if I'm going to eat, or have time to eat and get back and all that. So pretty much while I'm there on the week, it has to be something quick, grab and go. Our Wendy's, our Burger King, all them things are so slow. I can't even, you're going to be in line at least 15 minutes. So it's just one of those things you have to schedule for, and you ain't got the time when you're on a 30-minute break. So I do know that even though I ketofied it, Taco Bell just doesn't work for my body. So I do expect to go up tomorrow. We'll see. My belly kind of aches. So possibly. Anyway, you guys, how was your day? How was your keto day? How was things going with the cleanup if you're in Florida and South Carolina? I don't know if it hit Georgia, did it? I don't. How are things going with the cleanup if you're in those areas? I hope everybody's okay. And how is life in general in your area? Because we don't get to hear much about other people's areas unless we watch the news, and I tend to avoid that like the plague anymore because, man, I just don't want to hear it. It's depressing. It's low. It makes you feel low. It brings your vibrations down so much. I don't want it. I want to laugh. I want to be happy. I want to smile. And yes, I know that there are things about the world we need to know. And those things I do need to know, I learn or listen to. But man, I try to avoid most of it because it's just, it pulls you down and there's nothing you can do about it. So I don't want it. And I've decided I just don't want it. So we ain't going to have it. But yeah, so how's life in your area? How's things going for you? Do let me know in the comment section. I am curious. And if you'd like to send me an email, again, my email address is in the description below. There are some great ways to support the channel, including ways to hook me up, not hook up with me. Help me out with my journey, with my channel and everything. Honestly, YouTube channels don't make anything, but it don't matter. But if you want to help it make something, you have to watch the ads, which are boring. I know. But, hey, if you ain't really paying that much attention anyway, just let them play. All right, y'all. So, if you need help, I'm here, or visit KetoDiamond.com. Don't make me write a whole website for no reason. Go visit and read and see and all that stuff. I guess that's all I got for tonight. I'm going to have to figure out to let Jake out. Much love, many prayers. I see you tomorrow.